So we got some brand new Studio Series stuff to talk about here on the Transformer Slag podcast. A bunch of images of one of our Voyager Class Studio Series figures has shown up. We talked about this very briefly in the Transformer Slag podcast live stream just this past Saturday. And today we're going to break it down, make sense of everything, and talk about this brand new reveal that we got. We have our very first look here, just of the robot mode, but our very first look here at Studio Series 86 Junkion Scrapheap. Now, this is something that's planned for the Voyager classes of next year, and we'll get deeply into that in a moment, but this is a fantastic first look at our next Junkion member. Now, what is the story with Scrapheap? What is the differences here? So, we had Wreck-Ar, that was our Voyager class, that was our basis of our Voyager class Junkions. Then we had the retool into Junkheap. Now, Junkheap only had that trademark and name because there's a junkyard in G.I. Joe. I think Hasbro just kind of wanted to differentiate the two characters and create a new trademark to kind of focus on that. And so we got Junkheap instead as the spiritual trademark successor of Junkyard. And he had a brand new tooling, a lot of stuff going on, and he looked really good. Brand new motorcycle alt mode with all that brand new tooling, but still using the same components and bones of Wreck-Ar. And then we said to ourselves, well, we're missing another component. Where is our Scrapheap? And Scrapheap was one of those characters. He did get his due. During that deluxe class Junkion era that we lived in during Generations that started with Wreck-Ar, we did get a Scrapheap. We did get a bunch of the other Junkions, even Shattered Glass Junkions. We got that 3-pack, and Scrapheap was part of it, and all was good. But now we finally get Scrapheap done proper, and wow, they put a lot of brand new tooling on this and a lot of like heavy influence from that old Fluoro-Deary design that was made all those years ago for the movie. And I love the effort that was put into it. I'm going to assume that Sam Smith had a little bit to do with this one because he seems to be the Studio Series 86 kind of guy for this. But when you look at it compared to Wreck-Ar, there's so much brand new tooling, and that's absolutely fantastic that they continue that instead of just, well, to be fair, like the deluxes were, just straight up repaints and maybe a new head sculpt on it. So what's going on here? How different is it? Well, right away off the bat, brand new head sculpt that matches that of the original Fluoro-Deary design. Same thing with matching how the chest is. There's a brand new chest design on there that really, again, mirrors that of the Fluoro-Deary design. Brand new shoulders, brand new forearms even, brand new gun. I love that the gun that they included, a brand new sculpted gun that is based on, again, that single Fluoro-Deary animation and character sketch. So they made all those little fine details there. Also, like, you know, the wheel can be put on his legs, but it could be also put on his arm. So you can make it look more like that animation and or sketch design. So you could kind of do that too with the wheels. He has brand new legs and brand new knees. So that's really good too. I mean, everything is really sculpted nicely. It makes it look like a brand new figure. The only thing, honestly, that it shares from its Wreck-Ar origins is, of course, those wheels itself that do make weapons and shields too. The crotch and upper thighs are also the original tooling. The fists, and I guess you could say even the biceps that connect the shoulders to the forearms. That's really about it. Otherwise, it's all brand new tooling. The weapon is brand new. It looks really good, and they made a fantastic job at it. I just want to see a nice photo, you know, really trying to emulate 100% that sketch design, and we got Fluoro-Deary's, you know, DNA all over this. Looks amazing. Looks really good. I really appreciate that. Now, we don't have an alt mode photo, unfortunately. But if you look at Wreck-Ar and how he transforms, it's very easy to figure out how probably Scrapheap is going to look. And it's something where, like, when you look at Wreck-Ar, his chest, you know, makes the front end of the bike. The arms of his robot mode are what hold the front wheel. So when you look at Scrapheap, you could kind of also figure out how that front end of the vehicle and the arms are going to kind of work with it. The back half of the bike mode is what makes pretty much the hips and the legs. So it's the same thing too. You could kind of figure that out. Both Wreck-Ar and Junkheap independently had their own unique top windshield steering column kind of thing going on with the motorcycle. So I'm pretty sure if all the effort went into Scrapheap with all this other tooling, much like with Junkheap too, maybe he'll get a brand new unique one for himself also. So that'd be pretty awesome to see. But I mean, man, this looks really, really good. And now we got the trio done here. It's like looking great. I mean, if they're willing to put all this kind of unique tooling into both Junkions and Scrapheap from Wreck-Gar, what's stopping them from making a fourth member? And maybe we could finally get Nancy, the female Junkion. That would be really cool. Like, that would be really cool. Obviously, it wouldn't really work with Studio Series per se because she wasn't in the movie like these two were in the background. But maybe we could pretend she was in the background. Who knows? Nancy was kind of, you know, a show character, so she doesn't really have that movie pedigree. But this looks great. Fantastic. Very excited about it. Hopefully we'll get some alt mode images in the very near future, but we have tons of robot mode images, so you could really see from every angle how this guy looks. Now, again, reminder, this is going to be shipping out February 2024. This is going to be the first wave of the Studio Series stuff for 2024, part of the Studio Series 86 subline. And what's going to be part of that, you know, line? We've talked about it in the past, but that first wave 1, 2024, is going to have Core Class Mohawk. So we're going to get some Movie 5, aka The Last Night action going on, finally getting a Mohawk figure. We're going to get a Core Class Movie 6 Rumble. Now, obviously, Rumble wasn't in Movie 6, but Movie 6 is Bumblebee. Probably some kind of interpretation of a Cybertronian Bumblebee to work with your Soundwave, as opposed to suggested Rumbles from past movie incarnations that really aren't canon. In the deluxe classes, we have a Movie 7, aka Rise of the Beast Wheeljack, long overdue. We're going to finally get our Rise of the Beast Wheeljack done in a Studio Series quality, and a Scorponok Movie 7 deluxe class, which is going to give us, again, that higher price point Scorponok figure instead of what we got with Target and everything from a more warrior class standpoint, mainline deluxe, whatever you want to call it, something more of a Studio Series caliber. The Voyager, we just talked about Scrapheap. The other Voyager that's going to be joining Scrapheap is a War for Cybertron Gamer Edition Starscream. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, that's going to open it up to tons of Seeker Jets afterwards and repaints. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see ton of that. And then, of course, a Leader Class Movie 6 Megatron, a.k.a. a Bumblebee movie Megatron, which, yeah, there's sketches out there. There's production images. There's a tiny turbo changer. There's, you know, art that was on boxes. So we'll probably get the true story on what's going on with that one at some point at Leader Class. But that's going to be the Wave 1 February 2024 Studio Series stuff. And this is just one piece of it. And when are we going to see this stuff officially? Well, BMAC, Ben from Hasbro Marketing, on the socials posted that while they didn't have time during Hasbro PulseCon just this past week to do a space bridge segment or a, you know, kind of teaser kind of thing, they wanted to like show some Studio Series stuff. They're going to save it for late October. There's going to be some kind of Fan First Friday or Transformer Tuesday that they will be doing, and they'll be covering all the Studio Series product for this February 2024 Wave 1 release, which kind of makes me ask the question, what do they have planned to reveal then at New York Comic Con, which is scheduled for early October? If this is going to be late October for this fan stream, what is going to be revealed at New York Comic Con, which is like one of the biggest, you know, comic shows of the year? New York Comic Con is going to be October 12th to the 15th. Hasbro's going to have a panel there. Something's going to be revealed. The question is, what is that going to be? Is it going to be this stuff? Are we just going to get that early there, and then they'll just talk more about it during the fan stream? We don't know. Maybe it's a HasLab item. Who knows? Who knows? But we will see. We will see what happens with that. The only other thing that I really want to cover is there is an absolutely amazing, talented individual by the name of 87 Render that's been making a whole bunch of fan CG short little movies of Transformers recently. And he put out his latest one just a few days ago, Arcee Dreams of Daicon. Go check it out. This is what Transformers only wishes the Netflix series was. You know, like fantastic stuff. Arcee Dream of Daicon, great voice acting, great animation, great, like, you know, just storytelling and just having a fun time with these characters. Man, I wish this is what Transformers G1 was from what Netflix was. This is great stuff. It's amazing when you could see a fan doing something on such a high caliber level in 4 minutes that 18 episodes of Fall of Cybertron, of the Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom couldn't even do. So War for Cybertron, yeah, it is what it is. Let me know what you think, guys. Go check that out, too. Fantastic stuff. And we'll talk again very soon here on the Transformer Slag podcast. And thank you for listening.